pretty hard frost last night. The first real, like, truly hard frost. So I decided that now that that's happened, I'm gonna dig up the carrots and kind of finish up the garden here. Yeah, and so far so good. I dug this batch up already this morning, and this is these are last fall sowing, and they grew super slow this year. I expected to be harvesting these in like June, but they did good. There's some nice carrots in there. They're Nantes carrots, if you know what those are. They're kind of a stubby carrot variety to begin with, but they're super sweet. Yeah, so they did okay. And now I've just got this one more little patch of corner here to pick on. And that'll be it for carrots. Oh, except I've got another maybe 30 or so left in the greenhouse. Those will be like a mid-fall snack. Like maybe November. I think I'll pull them when the ground's starting to freeze. So yeah, not too shabby. Well, there they are in all their glory. That's after a whole summer of eating carrots. Just picking them as we needed them. We probably ate, 10 pounds or more of them over the summer. And yeah, there's, maybe another 10 pounds left. So they did pretty good. Room for improvement for sure, but no complaints. Happy to have some fresh carrots to snack on. Well, the old wood stove takes a little bit of doing to get it going properly, so I have not done it yet where I haven't smoked the whole shack out, but it seems to be going okay now. A little bit of smoke still coming out, but it seems like it needs to build up heat before it starts to smoke out the stack, the chimney properly. Got to push that draft out or whatever, and then it gets going. It's getting hot in here already. Pretty sweet. I think our garlic might be the most successful thing that we do this year. And it's nice and hardened off now. Nice. I think I harvested my onions a little bit too early this year. I could have left them probably 2 or 3 weeks longer. I'll know for next year. Like my greens were still standing, and I kind of just thought it was getting too late in the year, so I just pulled them just because of the time, but then we got another month of heat. So I'll know for next year to go by what the onion says, not what the weather says or what the time of year says. generally use like a sheet or something, but this towel is just what I happen to have here, so it's gonna work for today. There's a bit too much of this for jars, so just gonna have to go in a bag for now, a couple bags. Okay, well, we got most of the stuff down and processed. So this is our mint for the year. We've got some valerian flower. This is lamb's quarter, leaf and seed. Some dill. A couple bags of dandelion leaf. And a bag of mullein leaf. Pretty decent little apothecary start for the winter. Well, it smells downright heavenly in here. Got a big bucket of dill in the back and a bunch of fresh garlic and, well, not fresh, it's cured. All the onion and garlic. Oh, smells like winter. It smells like soup and stew and hearty goodness. And it's just the best. Well, I've been planting potatoes, tucking them away all over the place this year. So today I'm harvesting the patch of potatoes at the cabin where we live. So I planted this little patch late. We got some seed potatoes as a gift. And they're just kind of starting to get ready. I could probably leave them a bit, but it's supposed to frost and freeze here right away, so I'd rather just get them out of the ground while they're still in good shape. So bad though. Oh, we did pretty good. One pail full and about half a tub full, or a third of a tub maybe. But these taters were small to begin with, and I planted them super late, so I really didn't expect too much out of them. Oh, that one got 8. Looks like someone was in there. So, yeah, it's kind of a bonus harvest because I didn't even plan on planting anything here and threw it in at the last minute, and here we are. So, sweet. Well, here we go again. Decided to come back out and have another look around in a new area today. I spent a little bit of time in here actually collecting firewood last year, but it's my first time hunting in this area. But this is a little closer to home. It's still in the foothills, but it's only half an hour from our house, so I'm gonna have a look around and see what I can find in here. It's a really beautiful area and it's very wild. Like it's yeah, there's a main river corridor and it kind of backs onto endless miles and miles, thousands of hectares of crown land. So yeah, see what I can see in here. Well, I was just kind of cruising along in the middle of nowhere here, and yeah, I noticed like a bit more of a trail off to one side, and kind of looked like a kind of a grown-in old trail of some sort, walking trail or something. And look what I found! How crazy! It's an old trapper's cabin. And it's in quite good shape. Like the chinking and everything's intact, and it's sealed and has a moss roof. There's a plaque here. Frank Lafoy. He lived a pretty hardy life, 90 just about years. Yeah, so the outside of the cabin is solid. It's in very good shape. Look at how cool this is. Like the roof is growing down to the ground. And what else is going on back here? Oh, there's an old fridge. Looks like... Oh, Jesus. There's a gunshot just now somewhere nearby. It almost looks like there was another whole structure back here. Oh. The loo. Oh yeah, she's in good shape. Still good to go. And then a little, almost looks like there was an outdoor cookhouse here, but no, it's just, yeah, there's a freezer, and we'd have to have a look at that. Where he stored stuff to keep it away from the bears. Not really a whole bunch going on in there. Just a bunch of old junk. What would that be? Like an oil or something. Looks like an oil bottle. And an old milk bottle with the bottom broken out of it. Let's see if we can get inside and see what's going on in there. Okay, I'm gonna have a little look inside and see what's going on here. And there's a great big tree falling across it, but doesn't seem to have caved in the roof or anything. Like, it's fairly intact. Wow. Well, the squirrels have definitely got in here. But, and that roof did kind of cave in the one spot. Yeah, there's some shelves. Little table. Broom still here. Oh, the mirror. In case you wanted to shave or wash your face or whatever. Man, life was so simple back in these days, hey? Kitchen cabinet. Paper towel holder. Man, she's moving ready. I'm going to get my sleeping bag. Oh, another little cabinet. Oh, maybe that was where the stovepipe was. I bet you there used to be a stove in here. I would guess, and maybe someone came and took it out. Oh yeah, there's a pipe right there. Yeah, there totally was a stove there. I was trying to figure out where the heck you'd be cooking. But yeah, the squirrels have taken over. I don't think there will be too much more many sleepovers happening here. Pretty cool to see though. Back in here. I kind of just stumbled into a honey hole here. It's like beautiful old growth birch all over the place in here in this nice little valley. And I think this trail goes right down to the river from the cabin. Just walking it out to see where it goes, but frick, this feels like just, I can just picture this trapper's life. And his days back in here. My God, how glorious. Yeah, there's the river down there. Way down. It's quite actually looks like a bit of a gorge. Drops off a whole bunch here. But, yeah. Beautiful, beautiful place. We can totally tell there's a semblance of an old trail here. There's not a lot left of it, but it's like you can tell maybe there was a quad later in the later years, but someone probably trapped this. Like he probably trapped this on foot, I imagine. Probably did a loop down to the river and then back up, and how cool. It's just so neat to think about how things were done back then. Probably in the early years, just all with hand tools, and like, I don't even know how he would have got in here. Like we're so far back off like a main highway. You would have had to like ride a horse or backpack in, or I don't know. I really don't know, but it's pretty neat to think about how people did things back then, and what normal was, how hard they worked, and to trap a few animals and for their furs and pelts. Yeah, now I'm thinking I would just want to move out here, fix up that cabin and call it home. It's friggin' awesome. This forest is beautiful down here. The river's close by, and checks all the boxes. Checks all the boxes. We'll get her move-in ready. I just took a little Y in the road. Saw like daylight through the trees just before I got back up to the cabin, and there's another gorge just kind of to the north of the cabin here. It's like, must be, the cabin's kind of up on a ridge, like it's about 100 feet above the valley, but I bet you there's a creek down at the bottom of this too. So the old boy, he had water on both sides, so he was thinking. He had this place well planned out. Pretty cool. Well, there she goes. That was a really neat experience, actually. There's always that like hope when you're in the backwoods that you stumble across something cool like that, but to find a cabin like that that's so intact, and you can just like, it tells the story of all the times and trials and tribulations and adventures, and that's just really, really neat. I have to get back in there and look around a bit more and follow his trails a bit more and see what's all happening in here. I'll mark that one on the map, that's for sure.